What's going on, guys? Kane here, and welcome back to the channel. We are back yet again with another review video. We are moving on with the rest of the wave of the Jakks Pacific Sonic Movie 3 figures. And in today's review video, we're going to be taking a look at the ultimate life form. So here he is in all of his edginess, Shadow the Hedgehog. So yep, here he is. The fan favorite. It's his year, and we are all very excited to see him in the upcoming movie. His movie. Yep, he's gonna steal the spotlight in the next movie. But yeah, here is the figure in all of his glory. So here's the front of the box that you can see right there. You got Shadow inside of the packaging, and he does have straps around his wrists this time, unlike Sonic, which he didn't have straps at all. So I guess I will be needing my handy dandy scissors in a bit, but not yet. We gotta admire this box. So here's front of the box. It's the same for each figure, except you got his name right there on the bottom, Shadow, with the Jakks Pacific logo in the bottom left corner. Of course, you got the reused renders from Sonic Movie 2, and the post-credit scene for Sonic Movie 2 with Shadow right there. That's his old design, but he don't look like that no more. You got the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 logo right there, the movie version. As for the back of the box, you can see what the figure's supposed to look like. It looks super cool. He's got 22 points of articulation, just like Sonic. You've got the Sonic Movie 3 logo on the top right corner of the box. Yet again, Shadow's name right there. And the description reads, Shadow is a fierce and mysterious foe who is determined to accomplish his goals and won't let anything stand in his way. Ugh, I got goosebumps reading that. And then on the bottom, of course, you can see the rest of the figures to collect in the wave. Collect them all. So you got Sonic, which we already looked at in the previous video. Tails, which we're going to be taking a look at in the next video. And then Ivo Robotnik, aka Eggman, aka Jim Carrey, in other words. So yeah. And then you got the Jakks Pacific logo yet again in the bottom left corner, with the reused post-credit scene at the end of the second movie. So back to the front of the box. Let's go ahead and free him from his chamber. Let's do it to it. So this is the figure that I was most excited to get my hands on. So let's see how good of a figure he is. Trash out of the way. Alright, so here is a up close look of the figure. Oh my god. He looks so cool, man. Oh my, okay, alright, so I got my handy dandy scissors. Put them to use. To good use and just cut these straps off. Alright, I think I only got one, not the other one. We gotta be very careful with this. Alright. Next one. Ooh. 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 Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Did I get both of them? Almost. I don't want to scratch the figure or anything. Alright, there we go. It's okay if anything happens to this figure, because I still have the other one that lights up. But still, this is the one with more articulation, so, yeah. Anyways, yeah, but he's fine. Whoops. Sorry, Shadow. Don't use Chaos Control on me. Oh, come on. Ugh. Jeez. Oh my goodness. There he is. Yo. There's my man Shadow. Oh my god, I'm literally tweaking right now. Look at how cool he looks. He's like Sonic, but 10 times better. Dude, he looks sick, man. This is a very sick looking Shadow figure. Oh my god. Yup. Oh man. It was so worth it, dude. Oh. I mean, just look at him. Like, he's staring right into your soul. Wow, I can't believe how good he looks. I mean, of course he's gonna look this good. It's Shadow the freaking Hedgehog. He's the ultimate life form after all. And it's his year and he's gonna be in the movie. So, I mean, of course, they had to make him look good. Jakks Pacific, you are cooking!
Yes! Let this man cook!
Man, us Sonic fans are eating good this year. So yeah, let's just go ahead and review him already. I mean, yeah. So, you know, here's Shadow. He looks perfect. Right off the bat, you can see, you know, the texture on his fur. You know, it's got that realistic texture. The sculpt is amazing. You know, I love his head sculpt. His quills look great. You know, they go up like they're supposed to. He's got, you know, that frown on his face. He looks very intimidating. He does have, you know, those glossy eyes, the realistic eyes, the ones that follow you around when you're looking at him. You know, and he's, you know, you're looking at him and he stares at you right back. You know, he's got that 1,000-yard stare. He does have the red around his eye ridges. You know, his nose is pretty shiny. You know, you can actually see like his nostrils. So yeah, these figures are very detailed. His ears are just like Sonic's. You know, the paint job on this figure is nice as well. As you can see, one thing that I didn't really talk about with Sonic was that like so like if you're wondering, like when you get these figures and you see that right there, like you know how like the fur kind of stops right there, like right there in the split where his eyes are. You can see like some of his like the fur kind of stops there in the middle. That is accurate to the movies. That is how the characters look. So that is not something that's wrong with the figure. Because I know some people might be like, hey, well, why is my figure missing some paint or what? No, that is accurate to the designs of the characters. That's something that the movie versions have. Just like how, you know, he has let me see. Yeah, 7 quills, just like Sonic. That's just like, you know, something they did with the movies. So like instead of them usually having like 6 quills, they have an extra quill. And yeah, and he does have, you know, those 3 back spikes as well, his little tail. And yeah, but man, dude, they did a great job with all of this. I mean, dang, this is literally how Shadow's supposed to look. They did him justice with this figure. I mean, he's got the red stripes on his quills, you know, got the red stripes going down, and the, you know, the red stripe going down on his head. Yeah, you got, you know, his chest fur right there. Great design, man. His smile is, or not his smile, his frown is actually sculpted into the figure, and they kind of just like I guess like draw over it. So one thing about my figure, I got a very great looking one, but his frown doesn't really like go all the way. As you can see, it kind of stops right there at the end, and it doesn't really curve as much like on the sculpt. So they kind of missed it just a bit right there, but that's alright with me. He still looks great. With each figure it's gonna be different, but I really like the way that mine turned out. But not to worry though, because I still have the other one that lights up, but I am gonna be using this one most of the time because he is the one that has, you know, all the articulation and stuff. But not to worry though, because I do have the other one that lights up, and I am going to be using this one most of the time because this is the one that has all the articulation and stuff. So yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. But going down to his shoes, man, see all the details there. They look very realistic. You can see like almost where it bends kind of. And then, you know, you got all the detail on the bottom of the shoes as well. See what his rocket boosts are. Got the inhibitor rings, you know, around his wrists, and you know, on top of the shoes where his ankles are. So yeah. Now for the articulation, basically the same as Sonic. So as for, let's see, pivoting. Oh yeah, he can move his head side to side more than Sonic. I mean, of course, because his quills actually go up and they don't go down like Sonic. so he's gonna be able to move a lot more. So you can actually move his head around on the ball peg right there, so he can look up right about there and looking down right about there. That is very nice. Oh damn, look at that.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
You do not want to go up against Shadow. Moving to the arms, you do, of course, get your butterfly joints. You can see right there. Get a bend at the elbow right there. Ball peg. Oh yeah, and he does have the stripes, you know, on his arms too, the red stripes. Don't forget about that. You do get little swivel out of his gloves, and they do have like a little hinge right there, so they can, like, you know, you can move them down, up, and his fingers, you know, his hands can open like that, so you can make them hold accessories. Chaos Emerald. So yeah, I love that they did that with these figures. Makes them even more unique. So yeah, going down to the legs. Let's see, Shadow can kick forward. Ooh, actually, I might not be able to move his legs as much as Sonic, because he seems to be pretty stiff. So I don't really want to force it or anything. I don't know. Kicking back. Oh dang. You can kick back right about there. It's not bad. Let's see. One thing I forgot to do with Sonic. Let's see. So he can move his legs out like this too. So got a nice range there. Let's see. You can bend at the knees like so. The ball joints or the ball pegs, and he does get a hinge on his feet, so you can move them down, move them up just a little bit. So yeah, and he does have the waist swivel as well, so you can move him from like side to side. Yeah, he is a little stiff though. He's not as easy to move as Sonic, but that's alright. So yeah, that's about it for articulation. Oh yeah, and I forgot, he does, you know, get... So don't worry, I was about to have a panic attack, but no, the figure did not break. Yeah, the joints, as long as the joints don't come off, you can still, you know, put it back on. So all I had to do was just pop that sucker right back in, and yeah, it snapped into place. So I got scared. I thought I broke my Shadow figure, but no. So yeah, that is yeah, you can actually take off the arms and put them back on, but I wouldn't recommend doing that so much, because you might actually end up breaking the figure. But anyways, what I was trying to do was
Damn, fourth Chaos Emerald.
Moving the arm up. So of course, you know, you get a hinge right there. You could, you know, put his hands in the air like he just don't care. But I only with, well, what hands? He only has one hand now because his other hand is on the floor. And okay, he fell over. All right, there he is. He's back. So yeah, of course he can take it. Shadow's the ultimate life form. Yeah. All right. So let me just try to stand him back up. So yeah, that's about it. You know, as far as articulation goes, so one thing I almost forgot to do was scaling. So here is Shadow next to some other figures. Here he is next to Sonic, of course. Yours truly. So yep, they look great. Here he is next to Prime Shadow. So they're about the same height. I think that the movie Shadow is actually taller than Prime Shadow. It's just because of the way I have him posed right now. But if he wasn't posed like this, he'd definitely be taller than this guy right here. And then there he is next to, you know, your average modern Shadow figure. He looks like a baby next to this guy. So overall, I rate this figure a 20 out of 10. Not 11 out of 10, but a 20 out of 10. Is just like the Sonic figure, but even better. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, this is literally the perfect Shadow figure. Like I said with Sonic, like how he was the perfect Sonic figure, this is the perfect Shadow figure. I'll highly recommend this to anyone. This is a must-have. You do not want to miss out on this figure. Alright, but that's going to be about it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you don't want to miss out on any uploads, you could always go ahead and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. You guys have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.